Hey guys, it's Viv and I'm here with Paisley, and for today's video we're going to be showing you guys how to make those really adorable felt cactuses. This video was requested for me to do after I did my miniature cactus felt cactus tutorial, which if you haven't seen already, I will link it in the description box below. It is perfect for 12-inch dolls. Now this tutorial is good for American Girl doll if you want kind of like a standing houseplant, but it can also be used as like a cute decoration if you don't want a real cactus. So yeah, let's get started with the tutorial. To make the cactus, the materials that you will need include a pencil, a piece of paper, scissors. So you're also going to need a ruler, white puffy paint, thread in pink and green to go along with your pink and green felt. This pink right here is from Michaels. It is in the shade Candy Pink, and I used a darker pink on this cactus, but I like using the lighter pink because I bought some of it and I think it looks pretty cute. The darker green is called Kelly Green, but another shade that I like is Pirate. You're going to need some sewing pins, green embroidery floss, some type of stuffing. I'm using scraps of fabric, but you could use batting or cotton balls if you prefer that. To make the pattern for the petals, I just cut out a small oval shape about the size of my thumb out from my piece of paper. To make the oval shape pattern that you will need for your cactus, you'll first want to rule out a line that is 4 inches long. That's vertical, so that's 4 inches, and then you're going to mark the center point, which is 2 inches, and then you're going to rule in a line that is 2 inches starting from the center point of your 4-inch line, so there would be 1 inch on this side and then 1 inch on the other side. And then you can see I've drawn in a curve shape on one half of it, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it out up to this line, and then I'm going to fold it over and then cut the rest out so that I'm making sure it is symmetrical. Once you finish cutting out your patterns, you should have 2 pieces of paper that look something like this. Now you can see that I've marked that they are the cactus body and petal pieces respectively, and that I will need to cut 4 body pieces and 8 petal pieces out of my colors of felt. Here is what the pieces look like when they're all cut out. So you can see I have 4 body pieces, and then I've grouped every single petal so that it has 2 different pieces, and then there's 4 of them, so that makes 8 in total. And do not worry if they are like cut kind of like roughly on the edges. It won't show once we're done sewing them. To get started in making the body of the cactus, you're going to take 2 body pieces and face them together. Felt doesn't have a right or a wrong side unless maybe you have like a printed felt, and in the case that you do, make sure you face them right sides together, and then you're going to sew up the one curve. And I used a blanket stitch, although any stitch will work. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it right sides out so that the stitch is on the inside, and then I'm going to take another body piece and match it up on the outside of the pieces that I have connected, and then I'm going to sew along this curve again, and I'm going to repeat that until all the pieces are connected. Once you finish sewing up the cactus shape, like the body of it, you should have something that looks like this, and you'll want to leave a gap in like the bottom of the cactus so that you can turn it right sides out. Once you finish turning it right sides out, you can go ahead and start stuffing it, and then once you stuff it and it's firm, then you can close up the gap using a needle and thread. So once you finish closing up the bottom portion of your cactus, you should have this little like green ball. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take our green embroidery floss. Starting from the bottom of the cactus, you're going to want to wrap it around, like following the seams of the cactus. So just go over the seams, kind of like keeping it secured in the middle, and then go around and follow again like the direction of the seams. So you can see I have like it divided, and then I'm gonna go in between these sections so that I will have 8 pieces, 8 little sections. Once I finished wrapping the bottom, or wrapping every single section, so you can see that it's all divided up into 8 pieces, and it kind of looks like a green like pumpkin or a basketball. And then what I did at the bottom is I would tie the strings together, and then when I did the final section, I just went ahead and I used my needle and thread to secure it more. So we're now gonna do the petals of the cactus for the flower, and I'm sorry if my voice has kind of like been changing throughout the course of this video. I don't really know what's going on, it's just kind of happening. But what I'm gonna do for the petals in the flower is I'm gonna take 2 and I'm gonna face them together, and then I'm going to do a blanket stitch all the way around the edge. And for this part, I do recommend that you do a blanket stitch because we aren't going to be turning this right sides around. So once you're gonna sew probably up a little bit over half, maybe like 3/4 of the way, and then you're gonna add a small amount of stuffing and then close it back up. Now what you want to do after you have like your green basketball is you want to find some pot for it. So as you can see here, I have put the one that I'm making for this video into this little cup. The other option is to make another pot by hand with felt. Once you have decided on what type of pot you want to use for your cactus, all you have to do now is just attach your petals onto the top in a flower shape like this. So the final step of creating the cactus, just like the last cactus tutorial that I made, involves putting spikes on with white puffy paint. And something that I've learned is that you want to test it out on a piece of paper to make sure that your nozzle is able to squeeze out the spikes properly, and then go ahead and dot it all over your cactus. Ta-da! Here are the here is the completed cactus we made in the video next to the old cactus that I have, and you can see that this is so cute. Oh my god! So I'm just once you put on the spikes, make sure you let them dry completely. These are dry completely, but I wanted to show you guys before, and maybe like I probably will drop it and like mess it up. But yeah, here it is. It is so adorable, and it's perfect to give as a gift for someone that you know maybe can't take care of plants or that's really into cactus. So anyways guys, that's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, Ever After High and Barbie videos as well. I will see you next time for another video. Take care. Bye!